I'm Mark Crowder. I'm a senior lecturer here at Manchester Metropolitan University. My job role is primarily a teaching role. We are expected to be research active, we're expected to do research, but mostly the role is around teaching. Mostly I teach on level 6, which is the final year of the undergraduates, is the final year of a bachelor's degree. I teach on that, I also lead a unit on that. I do a bit of postgraduate work as well, but it's mainly teaching at level 6. Now that can range from big lecture theatres where I teach to 200, 220 people at the time, right down to individual students. I'm a house tutor and I'm a personal academic tutor as well. The house system is mainly pastoral, so I get to know students on an individual basis, but the personal academic tutor role is helping them on an academic basis. So this is how you do a reference. This is how you construct an academic article. So it's those kind of academic issues I deal with as well on an individual basis. I'm not sure that I have a typical day in the role. I tend to get in at 7:30, 8 o'clock, that's pretty standard, but then what I do depends on what's happening that day. Normally what I will do is I will start off by looking through emails. There's always emails from students every day. That's the first thing I do, is sort out any student problems. I'll go through any other emails, but then it's down to teaching. So I start off by prepping for the teaching sessions, by preparing for it. Then I'll go off and do my teaching sessions, I'll do a lecture, I'll do a tutorial. At the end of each one of those, there's always a student or a couple of students want to come and talk to me. So then we talk to students again, like more informally, on a one-to-one basis, and then it's off to the next lecture. I can leave any time between, say, 3:30 or 8:30 at night. It can be a long day, but it depends on what's happening on the day. I do like the research. It's nice to find out something that no one else has found out before, which is nice. But the thing I enjoy most is interaction with people. I've always been a people person, and it's nice to interact with the students. The fact that I can actually help a student in the rest of their life, something they've learned from me, something they've learned from Manchester Met, can help them for their future career. That makes you feel good. Before I got into this role, I used to think people would say teaching is a vocation. And you think, yeah, it's not really, is it? But actually it is. It becomes a vocation, it becomes what matters. One of my master's students has just started a PhD, and that gives me such a warm glow. I feel I've done something right, and that makes me feel good. So it does get to you, and that's the best part of the job, is interacting with students. MMU is great for support and development. They do it informally and they do it formally. There's formal courses for CELT, the Centre for Learning and Teaching. It's like an in-house training provider, and as a member of staff, a lot of what they provide is free. So that's a formal thing they do. There's lots of these available. There's a degree available, there's all kinds of courses. So it's a chance to improve your CPD, your continual professional development. It's a chance, if you want it, to gain a formal qualification. It's a chance to gain accreditation with the Higher Education Academy. And so I'm taking advantage of the benefits on that side of things. But there's all sorts of benefits available to staff. They have Research Wednesdays, where groups of academics will come and just talk about their research with other people, and that'll spark ideas off in yourself. As well as that, management is structured in such a way they have a plan for your future career. They have things that they're giving me next year that I didn't have this year. That will give me other lines on my CV that will help me build a career. So it's all geared to this long-term plan. It's not ad hoc management, it's good management. Prior to this role, I had a varied career path. I've only been here since September, so I've been here, 9, 10 months. I came from the University of Chester. But before I became academically minded, I had a real job out in the real world. I was a manager for years, decades out in the real world. I managed people, I managed staff, I managed projects. And all of that helps with my teaching role. All the stuff that we teach in the classroom, in the lecture theatres, this is not made up. We don't just make this stuff up. This actually has a practical application in the real world. And so I'm able to share my experience with the students. I can give them a real illustrative example. This is what I'm talking about. And look, this is how it works in the real world. So bringing real life, for want of a better phrase, into academia is great. It gives the students a concrete example rather than just some nebulous theory from a dusty textbook. My career ambitions, I want to stay in academia now. I want to develop a career in academia. At the moment I'm a senior lecturer. I want to build up to principal lecturer, and I want to go beyond principal lecturer if I possibly can. Now, that means I have to have certain things which I'm not doing now. I have to have certain experiences which I'm not doing now, certain lines on my CV. Now, the management at MMU want you to develop. They provide the opportunities. It's up to you to take them. You don't have to take them. But I'm going to lead for the first time on a unit next year. Oh, something on my CV. That'll help me to become a principal lecturer in a few years' time. I need more experience at postgrad level. Well, that's going to help me because they're going to build that in. I'm going to start supervising other PhD theses. Good, because that's something else I need for my CV. So management here at MMU, they give you the opportunities. It's up to you to take them, but if you do take them, that will help you develop in your career. The best thing about working at MMU is the people. I mean, the facilities are great. It's wonderful teaching arrangements, wonderful classrooms. If the technology breaks, all you do is you ring IT and they're there within 5 minutes. It's unheard of in my experience. Problems are fixed instantly and it's great. So I do like that. But the main thing is the people. The staff here welcomed me from day one. As I've said, I'm a newbie. I've been here 9-10 months. Right from day one, people from the dean downwards sought me out. They actually found me, came to talk to me, came to introduce themselves to me. I was a full member of staff from day one. It's a very helpful atmosphere. People actually want me to do well. I want them to do well. I will help them with their career, with their research. I will proofread work for them. They will do the same for me. It is a collegiate atmosphere. We do actually work as a team. Now, the other side of the people is the students. I've said, I love meeting the students. I love actually helping the students out. I get just as much pleasure out of somebody getting a first-class degree as somebody who's borderline failed, and I actually get them up to a 2-1 or a 2-2. That makes me feel just as good because I've helped them, I've helped that individual. It's not just about getting first-class degrees.